afternoon here at AT Park. Our game time weather is brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is open this weekend. 67 degrees, light winds, humidity at 60%. It is clear, folks, and it is gorgeous. Of course, the fact that we're home for the first time in about a week, that's all good too. All right, let's take a look at Bud Black's lineup. A lineup that has been doing very well. They've won 9 of their last 12. It'll be Cabrera, Gwynn, Gonzalez, and then Kevin Kuzminoff. And he's got pretty good numbers against the Giants this year. Venable. It'll be Macias, Hundley, Luis Rodriguez 8th, and Clayton Richard 9th.
Let's take a look at the Giants defensively. They'll have Velez, Rowan, and Torres. That's your outfield. Renteria, Uribe on the left side of the infield. Sanchez and Sandoval on the right side. Vinci Molina, well, he'll be in the squad, putting down the fingers for Brad Pena today. Big right-hander for the Giants. 6'4", 230-pounder. And just a 32-year-old, 10-year vet. Not a lot of those guys around. And what we saw Penny throw when he made his only start, his debut with the Giants against Philadelphia, was a fastball that went 93 to 97 miles per hour. He'll 2-seam and 4-seam the ball. He's got a curveball, a slider. He's one of those rare guys that will throw a circle changeup and a split finger fastball. And a very compact delivery for a big man. And he'll get to try to get the Giants off on a good foot here on their homestand. We take a look at our Chevron unsurpassed performance and look at the Giants' 6-game road trip. They were 3-3. They outscored their opponents 13-9. 5 of those games were decided by a 1-run. They allowed 34 hits and 24 walks in 54 innings. 3 runs or less 5 times, just a couple of errors. Their ERA 1.49. However, as a club, they hit 179, and offensively, they could not wait to get back in their ballpark. And that is your Chevron unsurpassed performance.
I couldn't either.
Yeah, and neither could this guy. Freddie Sanchez back in the lineup off the DL today. Could not wait to get back in the home creams.
So we are ready for baseball here at AT&T Park. The Giants coming off a 3-3 trip. However, they did win 2 of 3 in Milwaukee. And the first pitch of the ball game is on its way, and it is outside. A lot of guys on the railing for both teams. 1 ball and no strikes to Cabrera. In at third is Uribe, and Cabrera takes a strike, and that is called by Bill Welke. There you go. Line them up. It's almost like musical chairs. One guy leaves and another guy takes his spot.
That's true.
The 1-1 delivery to Cabrera, and that's a bit inside, hitting .269. Couple of home runs, 26 driven in. Hoy, Barrett, Reynolds around the horn. On the ground to Renteria, and that ball just shot right over Renteria. Wow. It'll be an error on Renteria, but my goodness, I don't think he. Oh, they gave him a base hit. Good.
Ball hits like cement, comes up on him. I always say the first hit of a ball game's got to be clean. And I'm not sure if this should be a hit or not, Kite.
Well, I mean, you could probably played that into a hit just by the hop, but I think you probably got to catch it. Here's Tony Gwynn. Gwynn takes high. Gwynn hitting .262. A home run, 14 driven in. We are just underway here at the ballpark. Cabrera with 21 steals. And that pitch is high, and it's 2-0. So Penny a little out of whack right now with Tony Gwynn at the plate.
There you see the Dodgers with a quick 3-run lead in the top of the second inning over Arizona. The Rockies 1-0 over Cincinnati. That game is in the top of the fourth.
Runner goes, swinging a foul, out of play, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Cabrera's had a good jump. And Penny, his unload time was always good, 1.21 seconds, and that's below average. For a man 6'4", 230, that's it's a very quick delivery home. So I'd like to have seen that one go down.
Yeah.
However, the foul ball spoiled it.
Another good lead by Cabrera, and now Penny will throw to Sandoval. Game 1 of a 9-game homestand for the Giants, Dodgers, and then Arizona. Gwynn, bouncing ball to Renteria. There's one, and that's all they'll get with the speedy Gwynn. 1 out.
Well, really not hit hard enough when you consider how fast Gwynn is, and from Gwynn from the left side of the batter's box, you're going to have a little more ground ball if you're going to double him up. But despite it all, watch Freddie Sanchez, how quickly he gets rid of the ball. Not afraid of contact.
Shin on shin.
You don't miss those, do you?
I do not miss the shin deal. Here's Adrian Gonzalez.
Did you ever wear a pad?
No. Foul back on the high fastball. Nice catch. Without a glove.
Wow, let's take a look. That's a great play. It helps that you're 6'10". Nice going.
0-1 to Gonzalez as Molina setting up in, and that's right where he wanted it. 1 ball and 1 strike. Gonzalez, a guy that will hit some home runs, has never hit one against Penny. He's 6 for 17 lifetime. Bounces this one. Sanchez juggles it, flips it. They get 1. And no! As James Hoy thought he got it right.
Now really an off-balance type of double play. Little bobble here from Sanchez, who gets a grip on it. And then Renteria getting it over.
I think they got him, Mike. Here's Kuzminov.
I think it was a tie.
Kuzminov swings and misses. No balls and 1 strike.
You know, it's a simple deal. The ball has to beat you there. I mean, I think, you know, tie goes the runner.
So the change of score. I believe it was Johnny Gomes that just hit a 2-run home run. Right there at the belt on the inside corner, 0-2.
Got that gal behind Kuzminov up in the stands. She says she loves her shiny new penny.
There you go.
Well, his debut, 8 innings, 8 shutout innings against the Philadelphia Phillies in Philadelphia. Great way to make new friends when you come into a new team.
Strikes out Kuzminov. And now the Giants are coming up. He's got good numbers against the Padres, including a 5-game hitting streak. Molina, Uribe, then Renteria, Rowan, Andres Torres gets a start, and Brad Penny, of course, will hit 9th.
All right, what do you say we take a look at the Padres defensively? It'll be Macias, Gwynn, and Venable. That is your outfield. A couple of second-generation players out there with Gwynn and Venable. Cabrera, Kuzmanov on the left side of the infield. Rodriguez, Gonzalez on the right side, and Hundley will do the catching for Clayton Richard.
On the ground sharply to the shortstop Cabrera, and on one pitch, Velez is thrown out.
Richard's a big fella, 6'5", 240-pounder. He's a rookie. See his numbers: his 8th start, 4-1 on the year, 28 strikeouts in 36 innings. A 4-pitch pitcher, pretty straight fastball, low 90s, curveball, slider, and he'll even throw a bit of a cutter on occasion, and he'll throw a circle change at you. A lot of walks, however, in 36 innings, 22 walks.
Well, I played with veteran guys. You know what they'd ask Velez?
Yeah, what do you throw?
What's he got?
You can't tell him a thing. You see one pitch as a leadoff hitter, you can't tell him a thing.
Tell him he's got a fastball. Sanchez hitting .297. 7 home runs, 39 driven in. He's the only guy in this Giants lineup that has ever faced Clayton Richards before. He's 1 for 3 lifetime. I'll say this about this kid: he doesn't waste any time between pitches.
No, and there's not going to be anybody who charges the mound either on him. He's a big fella. Was a quarterback at University of Michigan. He was a backup quarterback, but a 2-sport letterman at University of Michigan.
And Sanchez with a base hit to left field.
Welcome back, Freddie Sanchez. Just a fastball that just kind of lays right out there at the middle of the belt, and for a hitter like Sanchez, who has a batting crown under his resume, he's not going to miss those. That's a gift.
Here's Sandoval. Pablo Sandoval hitting .324. And he fouls it back on the first pitch. Sandoval on the road trip. Listen to these numbers. A little unusual for Sandoval. 2 for 18.
Yeah, that is unusual.
And one of those hits knocked in the only run in the game yesterday for the Giants. For a big guy, not a bad move.
Yeah, he's picked a few people off. I'm a little concerned about the speed of the infield right now.
Line drive. And now, I believe he trapped it. No, he caught it, and now the throw to first. And back is Sanchez. From up here. That ball bounced.
That is not a catch. Ball bounces right into his glove. That's a base hit. But, I mean, it's going to be an out anyway. Freddie Sanchez is absolutely hung out there because he didn't get a quick signal from the umpire. And as it is, he almost got doubled off. You go halfway, and it's like a rock in a hard place. You see him look at the umpires, looking for help, and he didn't get any help, so he had to make a call on his own.
And Molina takes high.
Boy, that's a bad feeling when you're on the base paths and you don't know what the call is, if it's a caught ball or if it's a ball that he short hopped.
Right there to Molina, hitting .256.
Yeah, he's got his cheat sheet as to where to play guys. Now, I've never seen that.
Molina pops this one down the right field line and out of play.
I mean, that's what you should have a coach in the dugout telling you where to go.
Benji Molina on the road trip, 1 for 14, and the one hit won a game for the Giants, a home run in Milwaukee. Although Molina mentioned it, we interviewed him on a post-game show. He did hit the ball hard a number of times.
I'll tell you this about Clayton Richard. He's got a good set of moves. He is sneaky.
Fouls it back. It stays 1-2.
Clayton Richard out of Lafayette, Indiana. A Michigan man. University of Michigan man.
1-2, and this is popped up into shallow right field. Rodriguez shading his eyes, and that'll end the inning. We'll head to the second. It's 0-0.
To make some defensive changes today. He got Freddie Sanchez back in the lineup playing second, and he had to move Pablo Sandoval to first and Uribe to third. I caught up with Pablo to talk to him about the biggest differences between first and third, and he said basically he has to think a lot more at first base versus being reactionary at third. And first, you're involved in almost every play, you're involved in cutoffs and such, so a lot more thinking going on, and he said he always has to remember to touch the bag. That's always a good thing, guys.
Yeah, touch the bag. One of those rules in baseball I could never quite understand. Touch the bag.
Yeah, you got to touch that bag.
Especially on a double play. I think you should be able to cheat a little bit.
Just a little.
Here's Will Venable. And Venable fouls this one down the left field line and out of play.
98-mile-an-hour fastball from Penny. With location, I mean, that's the thing about it. At this level, you guys could throw 98, but you've got to be able to locate it. Believe it or not. Good hard curveball. I mean, you're talking about a nasty two-strike combination. Fastball, 98 outside corner, come back in with a shoot-top curveball. And it's the same stuff we saw Penny have in Philadelphia.
Got him.
Perfect 0-2 location. Well, this past Saturday, Matt Cain and the Giants held the Milwaukee Brewers to 7 scoreless innings, earning fans $7 off select tickets to this Friday, September 11th game with the Dodgers. That's Matt Cain's next start. So to reserve your seats right now, you can log on to sfgiants.com and to receive the Cain Zone discount, use the coupon code CAIN when purchasing tickets online. Again, the code word CAIN.
Macias takes a strike. Nice crowd today. Bleachers are packed. Arcade is packed. It is Labor Day, folks. Dribble foul. It's 0-2.
It's a 90-mile-an-hour changeup.
See the numbers for Macias: 8 for 42. Flips this one out to left field, and Velez comes in.
You were talking about Velez in his first at bat, a leadoff hitter swinging at the first pitch of a ball game, which is pretty rare. You don't see it happen very often. And not being able to bring much of a scout report back to the Giants dugout. And he does have one argument in his favor.
See Hundley.
And the argument has to do with the amount of video that this generation player can watch.
Uribe to Sandoval.
So they have a pretty good scout report before they even see a pitch.
That's true. Giants coming up. Every Wednesday, Dave Benz breaks down training camp action and previews the season on 49ers Central, and it's all going to start on September 13th. 49ers post-game live immediately after every game with Gary Radnich and former Mayor Willie Brown. Check it out. Uribe takes low, 1 ball and no strikes. Uribe, Renteria, Rowan. Uribe hitting .275.
He has liked hitting against the Padres this year.
Fouls this one into the glove of Hundley. Uribe out into right center field and a long run for Venable. Can he get there? He cannot! Up against archway number 7, and Uribe is on the move, and he's going to make it.
He can hit. He can hit. He's a strong man. And when you can sit there and slice a ball 400 feet, it is a testimony to just how strong you are. High off the wall, spits away from Venable, and an opportunity for a third sack. And with him sniffing extra bags, and you have to think triple. When you see it go out in the right field gap, he had a good jump out of the box. And a slide for style points. Stay hot, Juan Uribe.
Renteria hitting .257. And he takes the first pitch, no swing, 1 ball and no strikes. Two and 0. Shave, shave, shave. Rowan in that batting stance like he does all the time in the on-deck circle. There's a strike.
Padres are giving a Giants run. I mean, all they have to do is hit a ground ball up the middle. The infield playing back. Bud Black trying to stay out of a big inning.
And here comes Uribe. 1-0 Giants. Hey, Padres made that close.
A little too close. Well, the backstop here at AT&T is pretty close to home plate, and you do get some bounce, and if you're in the right place at the right time, it could come back to you. And Nick Hundley getting a break here, and nice little flip. And if it wasn't for the fact that Uribe runs well and had a good jump, it would have been very close.
Renteria, 3 balls and 1 strike. There's a high strike, 3-2.
I mean, does that tick you off just a little bit if you're in the batter's box and you got an RBI at third base?
Absolutely not. Well, yeah, maybe for RBI guys. For me, I was happy. Took the heat off of me.
Yeah.
My little duck snort to left wasn't going to get the guy in anyway.
Yeah, but you're going to get that ground ball up the middle. You forget I played with you. I was there.
Yeah, yeah. 3-2. Fouled again at the plate. Right there, and Renteria caught looking. That was a good pitch. By the way, they have changed the play in the first inning.
It is a good pitch. Payoff cutter right in the inside corner.
They've given Renteria an error on Cabrera's batted ball in the first.
Well, that changes things. That means the Padres do not have a hit in this game yet. And that's the way it should be.
Rowan takes a strike. This kid works fast. Richard throws the next pitch high. One and 2.
It's a good breaking ball. You can see why the Padres like this kid. They got him from the White Sox.
Two and 2 now to Rowan. Rowan hitting .271. 4 for 22 on the road trip. And Rowan did hit that 1 home run in Philadelphia.
The deal that sent Jake Peavy to the White Sox included Clayton Richard to the Padres. Clayton Richard came over along with 3 other pitchers in exchange for Peavy.
And Rowan smacks it into left center field. He may go for 2. He is going to head on to second base, and he's going to make it. It's amazing the energy that this team shows at home.
It is. It's just night and day. And it's little signs like this, knowing the gap, knowing the depth of how the left fielder, Macias, had to go to cut the ball off. And in going that far out, it provided an opportunity for an extra base. You put the pressure on the defense to make a throw. They couldn't do it. You get the extra bag. You're in scoring position. And that's extra energy. And that will energize the dugout further.
Andres Torres takes one in the dirt. 1 ball and no strike. Didn't appear like the Brewers did any celebrating today. Cardinals 3, Brewers nothing. Final. Right there at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, that was. Take another look at his reference to his cheat sheet as to how to play the hitters.
Driven to left. Macias will go back and make the catch. I don't have a problem with that. I'd rather have a guy do that than not have any clue at all.
I have no problem with it.
And maybe next year he doesn't need it. He's around the league a little bit more.
Yeah. Just that we've never seen it. Usually you see guys going out there and they get positioned by some coach in the dugout, but Tony Gwynn Jr.
And maybe notes written by a coach. Penny can hit a little bit, and I know that because he said he could.
Well, he can. His numbers will back it up. 156 lifetime hitter, 2 homers.
Chops it foul. It's 0-2.
We were talking about that home run celebration the Milwaukee Brewers had yesterday at the end of the ball game, where Prince Fielder jumped on home plate and the whole team just sort of collapsed around him. Looked like a bunch of bowling pins falling down, and it was not appreciated at the Giants clubhouse. It was a topic of the clubhouse again this morning. Talking on the bus last night, they were talking about on the plane. They were not happy about it.
Penny strikes out swinging to end the inning. Giants on the board. We will head to the 3rd. This was the close play at home, and it's 1-0 Giants. And the Brewers choreographed their celebration, and this is going to be shown a lot around, and it has. It was shown a lot last night, but a number of the Giants stayed in the dugout, including Dave Righetti and Ron Wotus. And I can't tell you how upset it made them that this was a choreographed celebration. And my only concern is if that's where you're going to go, what's the next step? What could possibly be the next celebration?
It's just disrespectful to your opponent, and it was not appreciated by the Giants.
This was Righetti yesterday. And then, if you want to just kind of put an end to it, you're 15 games under 500 for crying out loud. Pitch is low, and does that mean you can't have fun if you're 15 games under 500? Absolutely not. But act like you've done it before.
Well, it was not appreciated by the Giants. We're not talking about just the coaching staff. We're talking about the team members. They were upset about it. And you just wonder the next time that these two teams meet is going to be spring training next year. You just wonder what's going to happen, because it's not going to get forgotten.
All right, back to the game. Here's Rodriguez. And he shoots one on the ground to Sanchez. And that'll be a 4-3 put-up. Hey, they're hanging by the glove today.
Yep. Look at the size of that boy's head.
No, I'm thinking it's clear that I got a little less sleep on this trip than you did.
Oh, yeah. Spitting image.
I don't know. I think they could have put a few more wrinkles in that mug of yours.
Yeah, a ton more, especially first day after a road trip. Hysterical.
One ball and no strikes. At the knees. 1-1.
They're not the weenies, though.
Yeah, weenies are pretty cool.
Well, maybe they are the weenies. I don't know. Good fastball, 97.
People are looking at these guys like, what the heck is going on? Down low, you can hear Penny grunt. It's 2-2.
Well, he'll definitely let out a few noises out there that sound a little primal. But if you watch him, there isn't any wasted motion in his delivery. Very compact. A very easy motion to duplicate and repeat.
You got him.
Big strikeout for Penny. Sunday, September 13 is the Rivalry Series Cap Day presented by Giants Banking only at Bank of America. First 20,000 fans are going to get the Rivalry Cap, so get on out here as the Giants take on the Dodgers. It's a 105 start. For tickets, go to sfgiants.com or you can call 1-877-4SFG-TICKS.
Here's Cabrera. Cabrera reached on an error in the first inning.
Yep, a little life out at McCovey Cove today. Beautiful day here. Labor Day always seems to be one of the more beautiful days here in the Bay Area, as September is the warmest month for the Giants.
2 balls and no strikes.
I really thought that we might not see as big a crowd as we have here today because the Bay Bridge is closed up. Has been for several days.
Fouled out of play.
But the Giants fans have prevailed. No cars, no trucks.
Giants fans will figure it out.
Well, they used BART. They came over on the ferry. How'd you get here today?
Bart and I were tight today.
You and Bart tight.
On the ground, just foul.
Get it. Oh, yes.
Nice play.
Got off at Montgomery, the Montgomery BART stop, and then jogged down in.
Impressive.
2-2.
Veteran move. If the crowd starts to amp up on a 2-strike count, a 2-out situation, you hold your ground, let that crowd get bigger. You know, we talk about Brad Penny, and everywhere he's gone, Florida, Dodgers, and now here, he always brings the same thing into every start, and that is presence. You are aware that he's out there if you're in that batter's box going against him.
Just inside. It's now 3-2. So, over 100 wins for Brad Penny and 270 starts. On the ground, Sandoval, and the Panda will go to the bag to end the inning. 1-0 Giants. Will be the top of the order: Velez, Sanchez, and Sandoval. Velez bounced out to short to open up the game for the Giants in the first.
That's taken a long time getting in that box. You can see the difference. Likes to hit here. 306 average at AT&T. Okay, he really made two of the better plays that the Giants have made as a team all year. He did it in back-to-back games, and he did it in two different positions. A game saver at second base, and just a spectacular play in left field. You look at this guy, you get around him, and the athleticism that he has, and the things that he can do. Pretty remarkable athlete.
Right now, he's ahead in the count, 3-1. Freddie Sanchez and then Sandoval. And a walk. All right, let's check in with Amy G.
Hey guys, Freddie Sanchez wasted no time getting back to work, roping a single there in the first, and so that has sparked our poll question for today. Check it out at csnbayarea.com. Let us know what you think. Do you think he's the remedy to the Giants' offensive woes? And then find out the results on the Esurance Giants postgame live.
All right, thanks, Amy. Here's Sanchez. Sanchez singled in the first. And here he bunts it. And it's a good bunt. And Richard will throw him out.
Fundamental baseball. Get a man on, get him over, and now see the Giants can get him in. Played Richard no look to second base. He had one play only. And when you can do that to a defensive player, you've made a good bunt.
Here's Sandoval, who lined out to the center fielder Gwynn in the first. And he rolls this one foul. Velez, a walk. And he gets down to second on the sacrifice. In scoring position with Sandoval. And then Molina. Hit on the ground. That's a fair ball and over the bag. Velez is going to score, and Panda into second base with a double. 2-0 Giants.
Well, what do you say we make that our forward quality drive of the game? You get a guy on with a walk, you bunt him over, and then on a breaking ball down and in, the Panda rakes it fair and right past Kevin Kuzma. That's not an easy thing to do. We'll make that our forward quality drive of the game. His RBI double. That was a thing of beauty.
Here's Benji Molina. Molina popped out in the first. One ball and no strikes. Most doubles in the National League. Sandoval, Ramirez, Tejada. Good company. Molina up the middle and a base hit. Sandoval is going to score, and it's 3-0.
This is not the same team we watched for 6 days on the road. He's just a different body language coming from the Giants when they put on the home creams. Fast base hit right back up the middle, and Pablo Sandoval running a whole lot better than we saw him a couple weeks ago. And that's more than 50 or 60%.
Benji Molina knew it as soon as he hit it, that he had an RBI, and it's 69th of the year. Uribe tripled off of the number 7, actually the number 6 archway in right field. Sometimes I got to actually count them. You know, you leave for a week and I forget how many archways there are out there. And who knows? They may add one while you're gone.
Well, I mean, they added one with the McCovey loft out there.
Well, that's true. High drive, left field, out of here. You're right, this is not the same team.
And he went down to get this one. Knee high out over the middle of the plate, just golfed it right out of here. Home run number 11. And in his first 2 at-bats, he's got a triple and he's got a home run. He's got the toughest legs of the cycle out of the way.
Here's Renteria, who fouls it back. Uribe's 11th of the season. 4th home run in his last 8 games. Low to Renteria, who struck out looking in the second.
Well, Puspochi was hoping that he was going to get some of his veterans hot, and Uribe has answered the challenge.
Renteria, high, deep, it is out of here. Back to back. Uribe, Renteria.
Well, the fastball that Renteria gets extended, he really squared it up. He didn't have a lot of his lower body into it. And just over the outstretched glove of Macias. And how close was Macias to catching his ball?
It fell out of his glove.
Close. Home run number 5, back to back for the Giants.
Well, I had no idea if it was gone or not, as this is foul. But I saw 2 kids scramble for the ball in the seats. And that's the only way I could tell.
Well, nice going, partner. I never did see it.
Watch these 2 kids.
Well, he got a lot of glove on that thing.
Rowan skies one into deep left center field, and it'll be Gwynn who puts it away.
Holy smokes.
Here's the 2 kids. The only way I knew that it was gone, because they were going after the ball right there. Either that or they were picking up some of Macias's fingers. Torres swings and misses. For Renteria, his 5th. And Torres flips one to right, and he's got a hit. If I'm one of the Giants starters like Zito, I'm wearing Penny's uniform when I go out there.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Brad Penny had 4 runs to work with in Philadelphia, and that seemed like about a week's worth of road runs all in one game.
Well, it was a third of all the runs they had. Penny fouls it back.
Luis Perdomo starting to get loose now in the Padres bullpen.
0-2 now to Penny. 7th 5-run inning this season for the Giants.
Colorado down a pair in the 6th inning.
And Penny out swinging to end the inning. They send 9 to the plate. Uribe, it's his 11th, and Renteria his 5th, and it's bye-bye baby, 6-0 Giants.
play for both the Giants and the Padres.
Well,
fun at the Cove.
You couldn't be here, you got to be out there. It's a 6-0 lead for the Giants. You notice they're not out into the bay. They want to be by the ballpark.
Yeah, you got to feel the yard.
So you just get a good vibe. Just ask Carlos Santana.
He knew it. Carlos Santana called it. So this is a magical, mystical place. We agree.
Gwynn, Gonzalez, Kuzminoff. Low and away. Gwynn bounced out to Renteria. He did reach on a fielder's choice. 6 runs on 8 hits for the Giants. There's a strike to even the count.
It's serious business, though. If you're out on the bay and you're in a boat floating around, wouldn't you want to come over here in the McCovey Cove just check things out?
Yep. That's right.
I'm in.
At the knees. 1 and 2. So I think you needed like a floating bar out there.
Yeah? What kind of bar? Sushi?
No, a bar that serves alcohol.
See, we should do that. Rough in the off season, though.
Chop foul. 1 and 2. I'm sure that those licenses are easy to get.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Just a floating bar out in the Cove.
Floating tavern, please. Well, Pete would come see us.
No, Pete would move in. Down low, 2 and 2.
Now, over the years, we have grown accustomed to seeing some weirdness out there in the Cove. Very entertaining weirdness, I might add. Fun weirdness.
Uribe. 1 out.
And what we've come to find out is that there's a lot of things that can float.
That is absolutely true. I got a whole attic full of stuff if you really want to know.
Look at, they thought this out. Labor Day celebration. Come out to the Cove, get your sombreros on, paint them up black and orange.
Mess with the guy that's got a real boat.
Come on, that's fun at the yard right there.
You think that was Dad's idea, Mom's, or do you think the kids had that idea?
I'm going with kids. Seeing the old man's a gamer, though.
I was going to say, then the old man's and Mom's okay in my boat.
There's Mom.
1 ball and no strikes. Adrian Gonzalez. 1 and 1.
He just threw that by him. And that's not an easy bat to throw a fastball by. He loves to hit on the road. 24 home runs. Gonzalez, one of the few guys who's really solved out how to hit home runs at Petco Park in San Diego, which is a big yard. He hits them the other way. A lot of his home runs go to the left, but you can see, like any other home run hitters, he probably prefers the road.
Sandoval underhands it to Penny. 2 outs. Bud Black has watched his team play very well lately. They won 2 of 3 from the Dodgers, and as I mentioned earlier, over the last 12 games, they're 9 and 3. So in some way, this was not a team that you would want to see right now. And you can say the same thing for the Cincinnati Reds. The Reds have just casually ripped off 7 in a row.
That's why, this time of year, there's no such thing as an easy win. Teams are contending. There's obviously pressure in their clubhouse. And when you're playing another team, there's pressure in that clubhouse because as a professional athlete, you have to put numbers up to be asked back the next year.
Exactly. Swing and a miss, nothing in 2.
Plus, it all goes on your baseball card, and you don't want your grandkid to see you have an ugly baseball card.
He threw 3 fastballs right by Kevin Kuzminoff.
Wow, country hardball.
6-0 Giants.
That's impressive.
And an error, and it'll be the top of the order. Eugenio Velez, who led the 3rd inning off with a walk, and then things started to unravel for Clayton Richard. The only walk that Richard has issued. So here's Velez. And Velez takes a breaking ball for a strike. On deck, Sanchez. Pitches down low. Tight. 2 balls and 1 strike. Off the end of the bat, down the left field line, and this is a foul ball. It's time to bring you up to speed with AT&T Rapid Rewind. This was the catch we talked about earlier in the 1st inning of the game yesterday. Jason Bourgeois got robbed by that catch by Eugenio Velez. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered.
That's one of the best I've ever seen. He had to come a long way for that fly ball, and then he had to catch it on a backhander. And there was nothing easy about that play. And he got back to the bench, and they started patting him on the back, and he broke into the smile. You'd have thought he was a kid on Christmas Day getting a new bicycle.
Boy, that is a close take right there. It's 3-2.
That could have been called a strike.
And he threw it in the same spot. And I think Velez realized that he probably should swing at this one.
A ball babe down there. Molly Caballero got a little bit of a wrestling match with this guy. And then he goes, you know what?
You can have it.
I'm sorry.
No, then you can have it. No, you can have it.
Friends for life now.
On the ground the other way. And it's the second baseman, Rodriguez, who throws him out.
Well, as Velez heads back to the Giants dugout, what do you say we ask and answer our Aflac trivia quiz? Question today: name the 2 Hall of Famers to play for both the Giants and the Padres. Our survey said, well, it was Willie McCovey and Gaylord Perry. And the way we feel is that if you play for both the Padres and the Giants, they build a statue. It's true.
Freddie Sanchez, a single and a sacrifice bunt. And a foul out of play to even the count. Sandoval on deck. There's Pablo Sandoval. Foul at the plate, 2-2. Sure, Bruce Bochy and the Giants training staff keeping a very close eye on Freddie Sanchez. Read his body language, make sure he's feeling all right. Lifts this one into right center field. This is hit very well, but it's going to be Gwynn who makes the catch. Well, Chronicle Live, presented by AutoTrader.com. We'll be on today at 5 and at 11 p.m. Barry Tompkins is going to be sitting in for Greg Papa. It'll be highlights of this game. Richard Seymour, the newest Raider, and Sean Merriman. Well, he's had his problems, and we'll all check it out tonight on Chronicle Live. No balls and 1 strike. Two and 1. Sandoval squibs this one off the end of the bat. It's 2-2.
Up. Roberto Kelly, first error all year.
Yep. Get back coach.
The get back coach. Robbie Thompson used to be the first base coach for Dusty Baker. Dusty called him the get back coach. And we said, why'd you call him the get back coach? Because he stands back there at first base and he says, get back. And that made us laugh.
Shallow right field. Now jogging in is Venable. Side retired. So Richard comes back with a nice 1-2-3 fourth inning. It stays 6-0 Giants.
Get back. back on the Phillies. That means fans are going to get $12 off tomorrow's game when the Giants take on the Padres, and Lincecum will be on the hill. That means a regular bleacher seat, which costs $17, is now going for $5. So if you want to reserve your seat, you can go right on to sfgiantsright.com right now, and you can receive the K-Zone discount. To get it, you use the Giants code GIANTSK when you purchase tickets online. Again, the code GIANTSK. $5 bleacher seats, can't beat that.
Here's Will Venable. And Max's kid takes one outside, 1-0.
Max and Molly's kid. Max Venable, our former teammate, and really one of the best guys we ever met in the game. And we remember when Will was born.
Almost the same pitch, but this one called a strike. If there's ever a case where you would want your kid to look like mom,
yeah,
that was the case.
It turned out good. And, when he first brought him in the clubhouse, he didn't call him Will. He called him William. It's my son William. And Will had a great college career at Princeton. He was a basketball player, played 2 sports.
He's coming on as a baseball player.
He is. Every time we see him, he gets better. He'll be a good player.
Hammers this one. Torres is going to watch it sail over his head. And this is Triples Alley, folks, and that's exactly where Venable is going to end up, because he can run just like the old man, and that's a triple. First hit of the game for the Padres.
Oh, that was not a cheapie either. Challenge fastball from Brad Penny. And Venable turns it around. Quick swing. And not even the speed of Andres Torres can catch up to this one. And when you find a gap with Venable's speed, that's an easy 3-bagger. And watch him go. Nice, easy, long-legged stroke.
Here's Macias. Giants play the infield back, as you would expect. Foul back. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. More bullpen activity now for Bud Black. Macias hit a little fly ball to left field. He did that in the 2nd inning. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two and 1 to Macias. Popped him up. Uribe, does he have a shot? He does.
Well, the key in making a play close to the fence is getting the fence in time to keep yourself balanced. And by the time he gets up and balanced, this thing's on him. Nice play. See him measure out. You'll find it with your hand. Brace yourself.
Amy G was there to see Amy G saying, "You're right, you're right."
Yeah, Amy G was going to catch him too if he went over the bar. That's why we call her Amy the Gamer.
That's right. Nothing gets by her. Here's Hundley. Hundley bounced out to Juan Uribe. Blocked by Benji Molina. 1 ball and no strikes. See Amy G in the background. You got it. Yep, shading her eyes. See it? That's what you do if you're an infielder. High and fouled on the right field line and out of play. Pretty good pitch. 2-1.
He wanted that one. I mean, you've got a 6-run lead, but you get a guy at third base. The infield's playing back. I mean, you pitch to stay out of the big inning, but still, in the back of your mind, you're trying to prevent that guy from scoring. And then he's trying to do it one way, the way that he's known since he's come into organized ball. That's strike a guy out.
Hit out in the right center field again. And Torres isn't going to get this one either. On the move is Hundley. And this time Hundley is going to stop. And a run comes in, and it's 6-1. Giants, the first run that Penny has given up in a Giants uniform.
Hundley with good power going the opposite way. Penny's just pounding that outside corner. This one gets a little bit up, belt high out over the plate. But a nice swing and a good solid front shoulder from Hundley. Really backspins this ball with authority through the gap in Triples Alley.
Here's Rodriguez. Rodriguez bounced out. 4-3. 0-for-1. Bosley telling somebody to go sit down. Low, 2-0. Salazar is on deck. He would be hitting for the pitcher, Oscar Salazar. Bouncing ball foul. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Very steady pace. Does a good job of really seeing the pitch before he throws it. And really probably 3 pitches ahead of the one he's throwing. Every pitch you throw, no matter where it goes, it sets up another pitch, another location.
Outside and high, 3-1. At second is Hundley, a run in for the Padres. Rowan will move over towards the gap. See him kind of angle himself to where he wanted to throw in case it was the third. 2 outs. And here's Salazar.
Dave Rigetti going to come out, basically go over the scout report for Salazar. Brad Penny has never faced Oscar Salazar. And you'd be surprised at how scouting reports come together. A lot of them this time of year come up from guys sitting on your bench. Young players that have been in the Pacific Coast League that may have played against Salazar have a pretty good idea. And a scout report would be something like, he likes first pitch fastball. He's real aggressive. Looks middle in early in the count. Looks middle away late. Not a good breaking ball hitter. He'll swing as fast as you throw it. I mean, a lot of number of tips that just give you an idea as to how to go about getting him out.
Salazar takes a pitch that I think Penny thought was a strike. Two balls and no strikes. Salazar with his numbers combined this year with Padres and his American League numbers, hitting .340. Three and 0. And a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike.
I mean, he's been the hot guy coming off the bench for the Padres. He's 11 for his last 22. So you know he's swinging the bat with some confidence, and he's seeing the strike zone well, as he showed in this at bat. He's laid off a couple of close pitches.
And the 1.
Penny just did not look comfortable pitching to him.
Sanchez goes out, has a word with Penny. Now it's Everett Cabrera. Cabrera 0 for 2, reached on there and he bounced out. 1 ball and no strikes. Penny cruised along until this inning, not allowed a hit.
Yeah, it was Will Venables' leadoff triple that kind of set the alarm clock in the Padres dugout, woke everybody up.
1 ball and 1 strike. Penny now at 72 pitches here in the 5th. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
That's a good curveball right there. That is a swing and see it. Guy swings at that one right there. You're thinking you can come right back the same pitch and you can get him again. And you deduct that just by the way he hacked at it.
Near the bag at second. Sanchez steps on the bag, and it's a 1-run inning for the Padres. Molina will lead things off. SDNAT.com and ask us a question. Jazz from Eureka wants to know, is there a particular Giants player who you feel will make a good manager someday?
Well, yeah, there are. And I think Randy Wynn would be an excellent manager if he wants to stay in the game. He's one of those guys that can do anything he wants. But I think he has the presence and the respect to be able to, and the knowledge, of course, to be able to do it.
I agree. I'm in with Randy Wynn. Here's Benji Molina. And I think Edgar Renteria could do it too.
It's a good call.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy. Oil change and tune-up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Adam Russell.
Russell, another one of those guys that came over the Jake Peavy trade, and he is a big fella. 6'8", 260-pounder out of Westlake, Ohio. A rookie, 25 years old. But that is bringing some serious gas, and it's got some funk to it, too. He'll sink the ball. He's got a little slider and a changeup, but for the most part, I mean, he just could come at you and say, here, hit it.
Molina fouls it out of play, 2-2. Uribe and then Renteria. Look out. 3-2.
And that was the breaking ball, and had sort of backed up on him. And a guy throws 96, 97 that's heavy. All of a sudden he uncorks a breaking ball that backs up at your dome. You're not appreciating that if you're Benji Molina.
Molina socks one into center field. Gwynn now has to come in, and he makes the catch. Uribe hit a home run, his 11th of the year in the third.
Just went in and golfed it right out of here. And that was the big swing of the bat at a 5-run third. You talk about lighting up a crowd. Wow.
Out of play on the first pitch.
A little late on that one. Adam Russell last year got called up to the big leagues, and he went 4-0. 22 relief appearances. And he was the vulture in that bullpen for the White Sox.
Swing and gonna miss. Nothing in 2.
And, you know, you saw Clayton Richard, who started his ballgame for the Padres, a good-looking young lefty. Then you see this guy, Adam Russell. You realize that the White Sox gave up some talent to get Jake Peavy.
Indeed they did. One-two pitch is popped back and out of play. And it may have been that Juan Uribe watched those 4 wins. Got him. Edgar Renteria followed Uribe's home run with one of his own. Looked like he was going to get caught by Macias, but it couldn't stay in his glove.
And usually an outfielder gets that much glove on a ball and it's not coming out. Had a little bit of a rattle, and then the mitt slammed into the fence and it popped right out.
One ball and one strike. We just got our coffee. I think we needed it.
Yeah, well, yeah, we did.
Our friend Ava from the press room every night takes care of us. And we're talking mighty fine coffee too.
Yeah, best in the city. So nice to be home. Guys can be home for a while. 16 of the next 23 games going to be here at AT&T. Renteria not overly enthusiastic about this call from plate umpire Bill Welke. He thought it was a tad low. I agree with him. You got to have some courage to take that one.
A couple of notes on the 25 games left on the schedule. 16 at home, 9 on the road. 21 against the West. 12 against teams with records under 500. 9 games against teams in playoff contention. Bring them on.
Well, the way they're playing and the way they play here in this ballpark, you bet.
I mean, to give you an idea how sometimes they can be misleading. You play the Milwaukee Brewers in their yard. You consider them a team under 500?
No.
I mean, I consider them a team like 15 games over 500.
Yeah, in their ballpark. You bet you do.
Strike to Rowan.
Giants going to play every team in their division. 3 of them on this homestand. The Padres, the Rockies, the Dodgers. Then they come back for their last homestand here. They get the Diamondbacks and the Cubs for 4.
Renteria takes off. He stole it.
A good jump, but you would figure a guy 6'8", 250 would be a little slow out of the stretch. He is. So for Renteria, the 7th stolen base of the year. He's only been thrown out a couple times. And he puts himself in score position here for Rowan. And you can see the reaction from Nick Huntley. Not happy. He thought he had him.
Rowan on the ground into the hole. And Cabrera, the long throw, not a problem, inning over. We will head to the 6th inning. Behind Brad Petty, 6-1 Giants.
In a wild pitch, and he comes in and just gets underneath the slap tag from Clayton Richard. And that is our Coors Light Freeze Can, brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
There's Juan Uribe. Tony Gwynn Jr. Waiting on Brad Penny, and it's low, 1 ball and no strikes. On deck, Adrian Gonzalez. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tony Gwynn has bounced out twice. The Padres picked up a run in the 5th on a triple and a double. Showing bunt, Gwynn. Three and 1 to Tony Gwynn.
Now this would just be a straight fastball challenge. And Penny was just trying to do a straight fastball challenge on the 2-1 pitch. He wasn't trying to put it on a corner. Doesn't have quite the same command with a fastball that we saw him have the first 4 innings of his game.
Hits it on the ground. Sandoval underhands it. Penny got him. There's some pounds behind that play.
It would be hard to find a better athlete than Pablo Sandoval on this Giants team. I mean, he comes over to play first base for the first time in a couple of months, and just does this. Comes a great instinctive play, a little bit of a high throw. Penny making up for it with a nice grab to secure the force play at first. But the handshake, the big fella appreciates that effort from the Panda. He's just amazing to watch him every day in, day out. He'll do something every day that impresses you athletically. And remember, he's not playing with 100% right leg either.
Here's Gonzalez. Gonzalez has bounced out twice. Center field hit well. Rowan back. Gone. I think Gonzalez knew it. And it's now 6-2.
Home run number 36. Yeah, he knows it when he hits it. He hit that many. You know it just by the way it feels. It's the fastball pretty much out there on a tee. And watch him leave the box. When the big boys hit him and they leave the box this way, they know they're gone.
Here's Kuzminov. Now, a couple of umpires have gone out to talk to Penny.
Well, he did not appreciate the way that Adrian Gonzalez left the box. And here comes Bruce Bochy going to try and pour some water on the big fella. He's hot. I mean, Brad Penny's old school. And if he thinks a guy pimps a home run trot, it may tick him off a little bit. And this is the way he left the box here that I don't think Penny appreciated.
See, I don't think that's that bad.
Well, partner,
I've seen number 25 do it a lot here.
I think we got over that the day and the era of Reggie Jackson. But still, it ain't about us. It's about him. And he got fried on it.
It's also a motivator.
Yeah. There you go.
Here's Kuzminov. Kuzminov takes him down low.
As soon as Bruce Bochy left the dugout to try and calm his big fella down, he immediately got Runzler up.
Out of play, 1 ball and 1 strike.
And you can see he was woofing at him when Gonzalez was throwing the bags. You see the umpires all converge in the middle of the diamond. You knew something was going on.
High to Kuzminov. Kuzminov has struck out twice in this game as Dan Runzler is in the bullpen.
When you take offense to something like that and you wolf at a guy running the bags, it is a motivator for you, but it is also a motivator for the Padres.
And if you're Kuzminov, you don't need a whole lot of motivation.
Well, not after his last at bat, you don't. Kuzminov's got an 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. In his last at bat, he saw 3 fastballs. Good morning, good afternoon, and go grab some pine.
Three and two.
Gonzalez didn't seem like he was too upset that the guy was woofing at him.
Three balls and 2 strikes. Little looper down the right field line and out of play. And I also think too, Mike, that this team is still very sensitive over what happened yesterday in Milwaukee.
Yeah, I agree with you. Referring to the home run that ended the game, Prince Fielder hit, came to home plate, was greeted by all of his teammates, and when he touched home plate, he jumped on it, threw his arms up as if he was signaling a touchdown, and every one of his teammates collapsed around him like they were bowling pins. And the Giants were not happy in their clubhouse about that.
Line to left, and Velez got a good jump. 2 out. And here's Venable.
But you also, too, the guy's been around as long as Brad Penny, and he's got history against Adrian Gonzalez. And history may have gone into the minor leagues. We don't know. But I have to believe something else had to add to it. What he did in his batter's box today, we didn't think it was that bad. But again, we don't know the history between the two of them.
That was pitch number 90 for Brad Penny.
Cruising along, had a 26-pitch 5th inning.
Remember, this inning started off with Pablo Sandoval making a great play. Otherwise, this inning could be even more weird. On the ground, foul again.
Venable expanding the zone. You can see the location for Penny trying to bounce that curveball on a 1-2 count. That's a good pitch.
That'll end the inning. And Penny just ticked off everybody in that Padres dugout. 6-2 Giants.
American heroes. Captain Peter Sherman of the U.S. Army is here watching the game today, and immediately after he deploys to Iraq. He happens to be the Giants manager, Bruce Bochy's neighbor, and we just wanted to let everyone know, let his family know, and let him know we are all thinking of you. We wish you a safe tour and a very quick return, and from everyone on this broadcast, thank you.
Yeah, good luck, kid.
Boy, indeed.
Thinking about you.
And what an applause that he got when he was acknowledged between innings.
Here's Andres Torres, followed by Brad Penny, and then Eugenio Velez. 6-2 Giants. Torres swings and misses. Torres pops it up. Is it going to be playable for Kuzmanov? He hangs in there and makes the catch.
That was not easy.
Here's Penny. Penny now has ticked off everybody in a Padre uniform.
Yeah, we'll see how the Padres handle this as to whether or not they take offense to him yelling at Adrian Gonzalez as he rounded the badge.
And a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. Penny struck out in the second, and he struck out again in the third against Clayton Richard. Tell you what, this kid throws hard.
Yeah, he's funky. You know, he throws out of his shoulder. His release points out front, and it's the type of release that could get lost in the uniform.
Isn't this where you kind of want to see a walk or a single? Where Penny has to stand on first?
Yeah, I definitely would like to see that. Having Gonzalez hold him on
the ground, and this will be a 4-3 putout. Penny's retired, and that'll bring up Velez. And they're wolfing at Penny, and he went in there and looked at him. Baseball.
Well, I mean, he's got their attention. And when you have the attention of a team like that, it definitely sets up your changeup. Hard to throw a fastball by him, though.
Here's Velez. Velez takes low. Velez 0 for 2. He did walk in the third, and that got everything going. Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, but that's why I love September. Tempers are short. Everybody comes out and they're in a jovial mood. Hey, we're playing baseball. And all of a sudden, all it takes is one stank eye, and then everybody is ticked off and on the edge of their seat.
And that goes for us, too, broadcasters.
Absolutely goes for us.
I want to just choke Mark Grant right now.
There's our old pal, Mark Grant.
I'm going to knock that hat off.
He was a good rook, wasn't he?
He's never changed that status, though.
No, he never has. Nor will he.
Velez fouls it out of play.
Good shot right there. Freddie Sanchez chalking up on the on-deck circle. It was not a bad look in his ballpark.
I don't believe it's a sellout today, but I would imagine it's over 35,000.
That's pretty close. I think you might get closer to 38. Duck boats are out there. Bay Area Quackers.
Payoff pitch to Velez, and he walked him.
Saturday, September 12th is the Catcher Style Backpack Day presented by Challenge Butter. The first 7,500 fans 14 years old or younger are going to get one. A reminder, the starting time of that game is 6:05, so get out here early. And if you need tickets, go to sfgiants.com or call 1-877-4-SFG-TICKS. September 12th, Catcher Style Backpack Day.
You know, Mike, this is a spot where we've been waiting for Velez to take off. 2 outs. An opportunity where if you get thrown out, you got Sanchez to lead off an inning.
Now for your premier base dealers, this is almost an automatic go situation.
He goes. Pitches high. It's a good throw. And they got him. And that'll end the inning. All right, let's go to our Sportsnet Central studio for the Sports Flash.
About the Deutsche Bank Championship. That's right. Today is the final day of that golf tournament. Tiger Woods started the day 9 back, and they will bring you up to date with what went on there. And you'll see it only on the Burger King Sportsnet Central tonight. 6, Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area.
See the strikeouts for Brad Penny. He's got 5. It'll be Macias, Hundley, and Rodriguez here in the 7th. Giants with a 4-run lead as Runzler heads back down to the bullpen. Breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-1.
How about Dan Runzler? Has he climbed the ladder in that bullpen quickly?
He indeed has. And a quick 0-2. Also Brendan Metters. Little humpback line drive to Uribe, 1 out. And here's Hundley. Hundley doubled in the 5th inning off of Brad Penny.
good opposite power. Really showed it his last at bat.
Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Good hard slider. He's been throwing more curveballs than sliders today. Good 1-0 slider. Just to put it in the mind of Nick Hundley that he can do that.
And a strike, and it's 1-2. The Rockies beat the Reds 4-3. And out looking is Hundley.
Hundley wolfing back at Bill Wilkie, the plate umpire. Not in agreement with that fastball call. Set up in that outside corner. It's too close to be taking that one. And there's the wolf we're talking about.
So with 2 outs, here's Rodriguez. And the strike, Rodriguez is bounced out and he's flied out. On the ground, foul.
If you're wondering what guys are talking about in that dugout during the game, they're talking about what they saw in that batter's box. They're talking about what Timmy threw in certain counts. They're talking about the strike zone. Talking about how the ballpark's playing.
Slowly hit. Sanchez, side retired. Sanchez will lead things off.
Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey. Please drink responsibly and by Comcast HD, with more HD than anyone, period.
Here's our McDonald's game summary. 6-2 Giants. 7th inning. Venable had the first hit. for the Padres. Gonzalez has hit a home run. Uribe has also hit a home run. He's got a triple as well. And Brad Penny has walked 1. He struck out 6 and has given up 2 runs. And that's our McDonald's game summary.
We just had maybe the best take me out the ball game rendition we've ever heard.
It was a good one, as you see. Edward Mojica.
Mojica's got good stuff. 76 innings pitched, 58 strikeouts against 16 walks. He will give up some big flies, but he will, for the most part, come at you. The 2 and 4 seam the fastball with a good curveball changeup combination. And he can definitely strike you out with his stuff. And those are the ladies that gave us the take me out of the ball game. We had 2 violinists out there, and it was spirited. Trust me.
They were digging it. So were the fans. Sanchez takes a breaking ball. 1 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt. Freddie Sanchez. Off the plate, 2-0. Sandoval on deck. Sanchez pops it up. It'll be Venable who makes the catch. That's the line score in the Rockies-Reds game. See how the Rockies 2 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th. Tulowitzki left the ball game. Looked like he strained his back a little bit.
Now the Reds opened up that top of the 9th with 2 men on base, nobody out, and they couldn't capitalize. Made a huge base running there. And the Rockies cashed in.
Here's Sandoval. Sandoval smokes one into center field for a base hit.
Sandoval struggled on the road, but here the second hit of a 2-hit day. It's a nice balanced clean single back up the middle. Smile, Smooth.
Taking a picture of the panda. Molina, an RBI single in the 3rd. And a strike, and it's 0-1.
Another outstanding outing today from Brad Penny. And the way that Sergio Romo is getting loose now, we're thinking he may be done for the afternoon.
Base hit to left field. Angie Molina with his second hit. And here's Uribe. Now they got the chant going.
Didn't take long. The same chant we heard all those years was Jose Uribe. One of the best teammates I ever had. Just a good little guy. Miss him. Giants fans back in Candlestick days, late 80s, would do the Uribe chant, and they're doing it now for Juan Uribe.
A triple and a home run, and then Uribe struck out in the 5th. Ten hits this afternoon for the Giants. Dodgers are leading the Diamondbacks 6-2. That game is in the 9th inning. On the dirt. Tomorrow, Tim Lincecum against Kevin Correa.
There's Lincecum.
A lot of Lincecum jerseys at this park. Uribe out of play. Trans pregame live will be on at 6:30.
Kevin Correa, 10-game winner, going well for the Padres.
There's a Marichal jersey.
Yeah, one Marichal's here.
Up and in. 2 balls and a strike. I want to say hello to a good Giants fan. We met this guy at Giants fantasy camp. Steve Bennett. A little bit under the weather. So Steve, we expect to see you here at the ballpark sometime soon.
He can hit a little bit.
He can hit. He can pitch. And he'd like to have a good time at night. That's our man, Steve. Center field. Hit pretty well. And he's done it again. This time it's a 3-run home run. And that little guy ended up with the baseball.
Yeah, we'd like to tell you he caught it on the fly, but I don't think that happened.
I don't think he did.
I don't think you want to get in front of that bullet that Uribe just hit out of here. Home run number 12 for Uribe. Have a day.
Renteria takes the pitch outside. In the middle of the pitch, Uribe came out. It could have been a worse time for Renteria. I think he might have a word with his domino buddy.
Yeah, he'll definitely mention that. And I want to be there when he does because it'll be funny. That's all I can promise you.
Renteria pops it back and out of play.
All right, the swing of the bat. Home run number 2. There's a big fly taken on the deep part of the yard. Gone. I'm thinking every time he gets in there now he's going to hit a home run.
Strike 3 call to Renteria. He'll blame that one on Uribe.
Yeah.
And here's Rowan. Rowan doubled in the second, hit a fly ball to deep left center field in the third, and then bounced out in the fifth. And he takes a breaking ball for a strike. Oh and 1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Have a day. A triple and 2 home runs. And Rowan strikes out to end the inning. The 3rd home run of the game for the Giants, the 2nd for Uribe, and it's bye-bye baby. Giants now on top 9-2.
of Filipino Heritage Night, Filipino Heritage Night 2. Now, for $20, you can get a special event ticket that gets you a Filipino-themed Giants t-shirt, culturally themed pregame and in-game entertainment, and seating in the special Heritage Night section. Plus, you throw in an extra $10, make it a $30 package, and we'll throw in a Manny Pacquiao bobblehead, too. For more information, visit sfgiants.com/special events or call 415-972-2298. Check it out.
9-2 Giants. Andres Torres goes from right to center. Nate Schertz comes into the game to play right field. And Waldis Joaquin is now on to do the pitching.
With Fresno this year, I mean, he started out in the lower levels, but this is what he did in Fresno in 10 innings. 16 strikeouts, 2 walks, 5 hits allowed. He hadn't given up an earned run in 8 games. And we saw him briefly early this season. We saw a really good live fastball slider combination. He throws hard.
Here's Edgar Gonzalez, Adrian's older brother, and he takes a strike. Bench player hitting 197, 4 home runs, 13 driven in.
Joaquin throws hard with sink.
On the ground, charging is Uribe. You got him.
Yeah, this is Jose Uribe Day. He's not going to miss that play. And it was not an easy play.
I think, Mike, that's one of the new helmets.
I think you're right.
On Edgar Gonzalez. A lot of complaints from the players saying it's too bulky.
It just looks funky.
It does. It looks like, you know, you're the little kid and you put on your dad's helmet.
Yeah, it looks like a bobblehead.
Here's Cabrera.
Hey, I'm all for improving any type of equipment that makes you safer. But it's got to look good. Come on, this is the big leagues.
Right. So how do you dress? Do you dress for comfort, or do you dress to keep you warm?
When I was 21, I dressed to impress, or at least I thought I was.
Yeah.
Now I dress to be warm.
Well, I think you pull off both. I do. I think you dress for warmth, but you look good too.
Well, thanks, partner. But if I was 21 years old, I would not wear that helmet, just because it looks funky. Would you?
I think what you'll see are single guys will not wear that helmet. Married guys will.
Good point. That's what I've been trying to say.
3-0 strike to Cabrera. David Wright wore it, what, one night? 2 nights?
He wore it for about a week. Shane Victorino wore it for one night. If they'd have got hits in it, they'd be wearing them now. But certain guys cannot wear it. If you have a big head, you cannot wear that thing. I mean, if you've got 7 3/4 or a size 8 head, you cannot wear that thing. You would look like a bobblehead.
Here's Tony Gwynn. 0 for 3. Sandoval took a hit away from Gwynn in the 6th. Away from the target, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Down low, 2-0, and Benji Molina's going to go out, and here comes Dave Righetti. Oh, for the cotton candy. I did not think you could pass cotton candy around like you pass popcorn.
Well, they're passing that around like they're passing chewing tobacco.
Dad's got some brew to wash down cotton candy. I always thought that was a great combination.
Man, I don't know. It seems a bit harsh to me. I mean, beer can make a lot of things taste good, but I don't know about cotton candy.
Yeah, can I have some more? Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Pull it up, look like a snowball. All right.
Oh, were you a cotton candy fan?
I hate it. There isn't anything about cotton candy I like other than to see somebody else eat it.
Yeah, I can't hang with the cotton candy.
There's a strike to win.
For my kids, love it.
Yeah, pass it around, a little beer. At the yard, come on. Renteria underhands it. Sanchez, Sandoval, and it shoots under the glove of Sandoval and then into the dugout. So Sanchez is going to be charged with one of those errors that just wear you out.
And Sandoval upset about him. He went back on the backhand, and then remember, this is the first game he's played over there in a while. He didn't know if Sandoval had it in his glove or not.
So Gwynn ends up at second base on the fielder's choice in error. Gonzalez homered in the 6th inning. Hit it to straightaway center field. He got every bit of it.
And Brad Penny did not like the way he left the box. And he whooped at him all the way around the bags.
And Gwynn, I don't think ever picked it up. Now he finally jogs over to third. And it's a wild pitch. One ball and no strikes to Gonzalez.
When you're fast, you can wear anything you want on your feet.
And you look good. Out of play, 1 ball and 1 strike.
A slow guy could not wear those shoes.
Those shoes wouldn't be in 100 feet of a slow guy.
No, they would never issue those to a slow guy.
Outside, 2 balls and 1 strike.
It's his changeup.
There's Runsler in the bullpen. Three and 1. That's at 99, so he's bringing it.
Yeah, 96 on our CSN and then 99 here at the stadium. Suffice to say, it's a high velocity pitch, but what makes it more special is it's got sink. And high velocity sink is rare.
Now it's 3 and 2.
He was a starter for most of his career, and he's kind of a swing guy, doing both. He missed all of 2006, had elbow surgery.
And that's in and out of the glove of Molina. Actually, I don't think he got any glove of Molina. I think he got his arm or his shoulder.
And as hard as Joaquin throws, and as heavy as his ball is, that could not feel good. Well, this Joaquin, 22 years old, from the Dominican Republic, 6'2", 235 pounds.
I think that got glove and then shoulder.
Well, he's taking a little time to walk this one off.
Posey doing the honors down in the bullpen. They're saying in the truck maybe it caught him on the top of that glove where it kind of dings those fingers.
He's good for about one of those every couple of weeks.
This time Benjamin Molina hangs on. He's hurting. 9-2 Giants. Some of the sights and sounds here at AT Park as we're watching Giants trainer Dave Gresser take a look at the fingertips of Benjamin Molina. It'll be Andres Torres facing Sean Gallagher. And Torres takes a strike. Torres picked up a hit in the third.
That's one guy you cannot lose right there.
He's battled that problem all year long.
This one's not, he's not shaking this one off too quick.
In tight to Torres with Sherholtz to follow.
Dave Gresser, Giants head trainer down there, talking things over.
And Torres goes down swinging, 1 out.
Sean Gallagher, the right-hander for the Padres, just activated today, 4-pitch guy. And they're trying to shake some life into that hand.
So Nate Sherholtz is first at bat, hitting .275. Giants are 3 runs away from scoring the same amount of runs on this road trip as they have today.
There's the numbers that Gallagher has had with the A's.
Lines this one at Gwynn, and Gwynn puts it away. And here's Velez. I got a text message from Dave Fleming.
What do you say?
He said he and their new son,
Butch?
David Henry, who we're calling Butch, watching the game together. He'll be back at work tomorrow. And we can't wait to see Dave Fleming. There's a strike to Eugenio Velez.
I can't wait to see Butch.
I can't either. 9 pounds, 6 ounces of solid rock, just like the old man.
Solid rock, baby.
But Greenwald sat in for Dave yesterday in Milwaukee, was outstanding. Today, John Miller and JT Snow over on KNBR. One ball and 2 strikes to Velez.
I want to report that Butch's mother, Jess, doing just fine.
Up the middle. Off balance throw, not in time. And a base hit for Velez.
Made a point to talk about how Eugenio gets out of the box and how he gets started as a base stealer, which really prevents him from stealing bases and putting a great time. He's got such long legs, and it takes a while to get going.
Well, plus he makes sure that he spins around and he's off and running as Sanchez takes a pitch for a strike, but he loses a lot of infield hits because of that. And another strike, and it's 0-2. Sanchez didn't like it. If you're Velez, you don't go anywhere. You stay right where you're at.
And Roberto Kelly just reminding him of that very thing.
In tight to Sanchez. By Whiteside. Thinking about hitting if this inning continues. Just outside, 2-2. Three and 2.
Nice block by Hundley.
By the way, Dryers came by and dropped off a whole bunch of ice cream for everybody here. Not only in our section of the press box, but also in the writers' wing.
So how many ice creams did you have?
I didn't have any, but I know those writers had like 3 apiece. Sanchez lines it into left field, a base hit. And Sandoval's getting hit.
Well, we want to thank Steve Pisani of Dryers for taking care of our distinguished writers at the press level.
I mean, it was available for us, but the Sharks down there got to it first.
Yeah, we had no chance. We got down there was like half of 1 dibs left.
Now, Joan was not. Well, maybe Joan had 1 or 2.
Joan Ryan, one of the Bay Area's finest columnists and writers.
Jorge Ortiz above her from the USA Today. Here's Sandoval. Swing! And a miss. No balls and 1 strike. So anyway, all was good, especially the dibs. John Shea, he participated. And John Bowker's coming out. Sandoval has a double and a single. He's 2 for 4. Two balls and 1 strike. Jim Moorhead. Oh, we got them all.
There's Jim Moorhead.
Matt Chisholm. There's Eric along with Irwin. Kate the Great behind the fellas. Sandoval pops it up. Gwynn now coming in. And that will end the inning. Here comes the 9th inning. It's 9-2 Giants. around the top of the hour, give or take. So check us out right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. We will be here, and we'd love for you to join us. When Kuzminoff fouls the first pitch off, Eli Whiteside now behind the dish. The Philadelphia Phillies are in a funk right now. The Astros beat them again, and I think that's a 4-game sweep.
It's their 4th loss in a row.
The Phillies and Astros had a wraparound series, and in that ballpark with the thunder that they've got, they don't score many runs. Kuzminoff takes a very close pitch inside, 1-2. Now they got lots of cushion in the National League East. They're 6.5 up coming into today's game. Kuzminoff fouls it at the plate.
Oh, that is a nasty sinker at 98 miles an hour. Do you remember those days in September where you hit off of basically a league full of guys you kind of do, and then all of a sudden in September you see a guy like Wallace Joaquin come up there and just blow your mind?
And with 2 outs and you're in the on-deck circle, you hope the guy in front of you makes an out.
Yeah, those guys.
Come on, let's go. Okay. And Kuzminoff out swinging. And Bruce Bochy's coming out. This is just to get Alex Hinshaw some work. I don't know if Giants fans are going, what the heck is going on? But you got to keep them all going. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts.
And this is an important outing for Hinshaw. His velocity is not what it was last year, and he's really trying to overthrow to put a bigger number up there. And his velocity last year was mid-90s. Now it's low 90s. But when you're a mid-90s guy, you don't want to lose anything. Fastball, curveball, changeup. He's not throwing the slider anymore. He thought that was taken away from his velocity. You need a young lefty with the talent that he has. You need them to be confident.
Venable. And Hinshaw throws the strike. A triple for Will Venable. It was the first hit off of Brad Penny, and it led off the 5th inning. On the ground, foul. And it's 0-2. Two runs on 3 hits for San Diego, 9 runs on 13 hits for the Giants. And this is hit on the ground and it hits the bag. And Sandoval still makes the play. And safe at first is Venable, but not because the Panda didn't give it a shot.
I'll tell you what, that may have been one of the finest plays I'd ever seen. And I think Hinchak got over there a little late to first base, but the Panda gets an A for effort. Venable, nice 2-strike at bat. Ball hits the bag, and watch the footwork from Sandoval.
That's pretty incredible.
That is amazing athleticism. And we talk about that, the A word about Sandoval every time we try to describe an effort, and that's a total ad lib. I mean, what a play.
How can you not love that guy? Whiteside knocks it down. Venable's second hit, and the hitter is Macias. He's always got that smirk.
Yeah, as if to say, you know what, that was fun. Do it again.
Yeah. If I'm Freddie Sanchez, I got to yell over at him and say, you caught that, but you let my throw get by you.
See, you just can't let those things go.
I can't let those errors go. You're right. That was nubbed right into the Giants' dugout. And it had to go right over the head of Billy Hayes if it was an ugly finder.
Mr. Posey going down. I'll start warming up Martín Valdez.
That's who he's going to replace.
The old coach.
Billy Hayes.
Billy Hayes. At the end of the season, he has those shin guards surgically removed.
2 balls and 1 strike. Two and two.
I remember when he came into the big leagues first day back in Chicago, late 70s. He was a first-round pick of the Cubs. And really a good catcher. Just an outstanding set of hands. Good baseball man.
Inside, it's 3-2.
He's done just about everything you can do. The player, coach, manager.
Well, if you say a bad word about Billy Hayes, you're going to have to fight us. 3-2. And he got him.
That's a big pitch. That is a big pitch for Alex Hinshaw. And he winds up coming with him at a fastball. It cuts right through the outside corner. And Macias, a victim. But that pitch will do wonders for the confidence of that guy out there on the hill.
Here's Hundley. Hundley takes a breaking ball for a strike.
Good one.
A bullet. Buster Posey with his first action in a Giants uniform.
Hey, I'm impressed.
Now, Giants fans want to see this kid play, and they did.
Yeah, he catches balls behind him. It's not easy to do.
with many of the fans up on their feet.
How about that protection from Billy Hayes?
Oh, yeah.
World class.
And this pop-up is out of play. Yeah. I just told Billy Hayes, geez, I got better protection in Fresno. Although, it's not likely he was done warming up pitchers too many times in Fresno. Is that the I don't trust you look? Or
that is exactly what that is.
A 1-2.
All right, we'll crank it up again.
Hunley got something in his eye.
That used to happen 6 times in at bat, Canvasdale.
Dirt around home plate made the game a little bit more rough. Not close. 2-2. High drive, left field, gone. And Nick Hunley with a 2-run home run here in the 9th inning. Home run number 6 for Hunley. It's 9-4.
Just rearing back and going country hardball with a fastball, leaves it right out there at the belt. And Hunley with a pretty good swing going. We already saw him go opposite way in the right center field gap with a double back in the 5th inning here. He unloads his 6th home run of the year.
Here's Rodriguez, who's 0 for 3. Very high, 1-0. Chase Headley is on deck. And a strike. Rodriguez tried to duck it. Two balls and 1 strike. I mean, Bochy does not want to take Hinshaw out of the game. He wants this kid to walk off the mound after getting the last out. But I got to tell you something.
Well, if he walks him, he'll be out of the game.
This is his last hitter. I mean, he put Hinshaw in to try to get him some confidence and to get him some work. And it's not that it backfires on you, it just didn't work out. On the ground, foul. It's now 3-2.
Well, when you're out there on the mound, I mean, you know what the deal is. I mean, you know what's at stake.
Well, for Hinshaw, what he's done is he's put himself in a spot where he's had to come in. And Hundley took advantage of it. He's got to come in here again. And he walked him, and here comes Bruce Bochy. So when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Valdez is coming in. We'll be back. Get this last out.
.43rd appearance for Valdez. Last time out was in yesterday's ball game.
Rodriguez moves down to second. Headley is hitting .254. And the more these guys out of the bullpen don't throw strikes, the more this happy crowd is not going to be happy anymore. And that's 3 in a row, and it's 3-0.
Well, the one thing you would not want to do, you would not want to get your closer up in this ball game, and it's happening.
So it's 3-0 to Headley. And the walk.
And now bring out Dave Righetti, and what he senses right now is just an overthrow. You know, when you have a young pitcher, and it can even happen in an older guy, you can sense when his concentration is not in the game. And right now, this is going to be a redirect right here for Dave Righetti to get Valdez's concentration back to the glove. You know, you had Waldis Joaquin on a cruise control with one out here, nobody on the ninth, and you know, people are going to criticize Bruce Bochy for bringing in Henshaw. You cannot do that. You need to keep people sharp. And you cannot let young people get stale. If you have a 9-2 ball game and a chance for these guys to get some innings, you take advantage of it. And right now, they're struggling. And they're struggling because they're rusty.
Cabrera takes the strike. No balls and 1 strike. Look out. And it's another and 2. It's Glenn Hoffman. Ball shot right by him. And that's the ball game. Giants come back after a tough loss yesterday in Milwaukee. And the one thing they've been able to do is put that aside and play well in the very next